The phrase "students can learn anytime, any place, anywhere" is usually included in every teacher's first sentence of their educational philosophy. I'd like to start out with one of my own: curiosity. I have always been a curious student. I am passionate about finding new things and how they work. Becoming a teacher, I realized that helping students discover new things and how they work was very rewarding. Some young students see school as a chore and something they have to do in order to grow as a person. We as teachers have to teach students how to be curious and how to learn so that they can pursue these avenues on their own. Seth Godin says this about curiosity in his Stop Stealing Dreams TED Talk.
Now, if you want to teach somebody how to become passionate about, American history, why would you give them this?
I believe that old-fashioned learning, such as read the book, answer the questions, does not work anymore, if it ever did. Students these days have the greatest exploratory tool ever created at their fingertips: the internet. They want the teacher to challenge them and to find out what is out there and how can it benefit them. I believe that a teacher must get to know the students in his or her classroom. Forming bonds and making students feel that you are there for them puts them at ease. I also believe teachers have to be well prepared when it comes to lessons. Teachers usually only have a minute window for each class to work in, so they have to use every minute wisely. I also believe collaboration between students is a skill that must be learned by students today. Learning to work with other people, sharing opinions, and coming to a consensus are all personal and business skills needed as an adult. A lot of what we talked about in the DLL program so far has been changing the inside of the classroom. I want to talk about the outside. The main problem I see in education is overpopulation. One quote that I distinctly remember from my undergraduate years was my biology professor saying that 90% of the world's problems are caused by overpopulation. The current state of education in the United States is affected by its tremendous population growth. So much so that school districts around the country cannot keep up with school construction. When I taught in Phoenix, Arizona, the state was building and opening a new high school every year from 1993 to 2000 in Maricopa County. That doesn't even take into account the multiple elementary and middle schools being built. Just as big box stores are closing their doors today, schools cannot keep up with those construction costs. So we must find a different way to educate our children. That would be digital learning. By creating a digital learning environment, students learn together but can move ahead or catch up at their own pace. I recently read that lawmakers in Virginia and Idaho signed legislation in the past year requiring students to take at least one online course in order to earn a high school diploma. Digital learning reduces class size, makes students take responsibility for their own learning, and slower students can catch up over the summer. Students who don't have the internet can check out a computer and go to the local library or Starbucks and set up Wi-Fi for free. When it comes to core beliefs, I believe that we need to embrace digital learning. As we acquire new technology, it would be the next logical step to upgrade how students learn with it. I also feel that today's students are already connected to the digital world. Teachers must inspire a passion of exploration and discovery, not just having students do worksheets. Sir Ken Robinson puts it simply in his How to Escape Education's Death Valley TED Talk.
But what all the high-performing systems in the world do is currently what is not evident, sadly, across the systems in America. I mean, as a whole. One is this: they individualize teaching and learning. They recognize that it's students who are learning, And the system has to engage them, their curiosity, their individuality, and their creativity. That's how you get them to learn.
My goal in the future for my school district is to educate and show the value of investing in digital learning. I would also like to create a new hybrid grading system for all high school students. With any new technology or ideas, there are going to be some problems. The first I foresee with digital learning is student motivation. If the students don't really care about learning, then no technology is going to make that better. Another problem I see is training and management. Modern teachers will have to be retaught how to implement digital learning in the classroom. Some teachers already have limited technology skills. How can a state like Texas afford the costs of training thousands of teachers in digital learning? The largest issue I see worldwide is the cost of constantly changing technology and software. 10 years ago, no one had ever heard of a tablet. What kind of new technology are we going to have 10 years from now? And who is going to pay for it?